Hey guys, it's Chris here, and I'm back with the Week 1 Premier League predictions. So, finally, the Premier League is back for another 9 thrilling months. Hopefully, fingers crossed, Man United can do well. Honestly, no, I don't rate our chances for us to win the league, but someone else will win it. But in the meantime, we'll have 38 games to enjoy this season and 38 game weeks for all the fans out there. But anyways, without further ado, let's get started to my Premier League predictions. Right then, so first game up, it's Friday night football with Liverpool taking on Norwich. One title challenger against one promotion new boy. And personally, what I'm expecting for this game is the fact that Norwich, I don't think, will stand a chance against this Liverpool side. And my prediction for this game is going to be 3-1 to Liverpool. Also, another thing, before I make it clear to you guys, the team mentioned on the left is the side that's playing at home, and then the team on the right hand side is obviously playing away from home. Right, game 2, on the other hand, is West Ham United against Manchester City. The defending champions will open their title defence at West Ham, but yet again, I'm expecting Manchester City to breeze past West Ham, and my prediction for this game is 3-1 Manchester City. Moving on to game number 3, Bournemouth against Sheffield United. So, Sheffield United recently promoted from the Championship, back again playing in the Premier League, with Bournemouth being their first task. But I feel like this game will be a bit cagey for both sides, even though I feel Bournemouth on paper are most likely to win. But I'm predicting a draw, and my prediction for this game is going to be 1-1. The second game of the 3 o'clock slate includes Burnley against Southampton, two sides who narrowly avoided relegation last season from the Premier League. But yet again, with another relegation scrap looming for both sides, I do think this is going to be another scrappy draw that we're going to see on Saturday, and my prediction for this game is going to be 1-1 again. The fifth game of the first week of the Premier League sees Crystal Palace taking on Everton, which has been interesting to say the least. Why I say that? Because Wilfried Zaha has been the centre of attention for the last week. Why I say that? So let me put it into context, right? Everton made a £70 million bid for Crystal Palace winger Wilfried Zaha. However, they also offered two players in return. However, Crystal Palace said no, that they would not accept anything less than the £80 million price tag that they put on their star winger. And as if that wasn't weird enough, right, Zaha handed in a transfer request to the club. And did he get his request? No, he didn't. But anyways, my prediction for this game, despite the transfer saga between Everton, Palace and Wilfried Zaha, I'm going to go for a Crystal Palace win, and I'm going to back them to win 2-0. This season, Brighton have a new manager in the form of Graham Potter, who replaced the sacked Chris Hughton last season following their 17th place finish in the league, which was surprising by most, considering that Brighton weren't really expected to challenge for the mid-table, but not according to the Brighton board. But anyways, without further ado, my prediction for this game is going to be 3-0 Watford, because of the fact that because Brighton are not used to their new manager yet, I feel like Watford will have the quality to try and break down Brighton and get the win. Simple as that. Right, so the late kickoff is between Tottenham and Aston Villa, another one of the Premier League new boys playing on the opening Saturday of the Premier League season. But yet again, I'm not expecting Aston Villa to cause any sort of issues to this Tottenham side, who for once have actually made signings, which is a miracle considering that they didn't sign anyone last season. But anyways, my prediction for this game is going to be 3-0 Tottenham, because I feel Tottenham will have the quality over Aston Villa, and at the same time the inexperience of some Aston Villa players might not meet the standards of the Premier League on game week 1. So that's why I'm predicting Tottenham to win 3-0. Then, so the first of the Sunday games of the Premier League season, we'll see Leicester take on Wolves. So far this pre-season, Wolves had to go through the Europa League qualifying in order to get to group stages, whilst Leicester have not had any Europa League qualifying of some sorts. However, both sides will have fairly good teams come this game, right? But given the tiredness of the Wolves side going into this game, I don't think they'll be able to get the win at Leicester. And I think Leicester will be able to squeak past Wolves and win the game 2-1. First, Sky Sports Super Sunday will see Newcastle take on Arsenal at St James's Park in Newcastle. And Newcastle, once again, will appear to be the thorn in Arsenal's season as usual. Most notably back in 2011, where Arsenal had a 4-0 lead at half time, only for them to throw it away and Newcastle to draw the game 4-all. But am I surprised to see if Arsenal bottle it again against Newcastle? Honestly, no. And what I'm expecting for this to happen is that there'll be a draw in this game and there'll be a 1-all draw. Last but not least, the big game of the week, Manchester United against Chelsea at Old Trafford. The biggest game of the season for both sides in game week 1? Well, I think so. But it'll be a testing time for Ole Gunnar Solskjaer, who finished quite badly with Man United at the end of the season, if I'm going to be totally honest. Whereas this is going to be Frank Lampard's first Premier League game as Chelsea manager. Could the stakes get any higher than this? I don't think so. But hopefully, and I say hopefully, I'm going to make my prediction for Man United to win 2-1 over Chelsea. Thanks very much for watching. I'll be back again next week for week 2 of the Premier League predictions. And until then, peace out.